All right, welcome back, guys. This is Patenadec School Week 9 Math Lesson 1. We have some announcements before we get started, so let's go over those announcements first. Some new rules for quizzes. So we're changing the way we write our names. We're going to start with our number, then our name, then our class. Just like this. 28 Ariel A. Or 0 Ariel B. So put your numbers first. This is an example. Put your number, then your name, then your class letter. Okay? Now, I mentioned to everyone that we will use Google Classroom, but because Google Classroom might be a little hard for some parents or grandparents, we will use Quiziz more. Okay? If you can't use Quiziz, then contact me online and ask me for a different homework. Okay? Now, let's review our Quiziz assignment, our Quiziz homework, with question number 1. Okay? Question number 1 was 83 times 74. I hope you didn't guess and you actually did it in your book. 83 times 74. I hope you don't use a calculator. The calculator is only for checking. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 8 is 32. Yes. 32 plus 1 is 33. Okay, second row. We have 0. 7 times 3 is 21. And 7 times 8 is 56. 56 plus 2 is 58. So let's add this up. We have 2, 4, 11, and 6. So the answer is correct. Good. Let's check 92 times 14. Okay. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 9 is 36. Then we have, bring down the 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 9 is 9. Add that up, and we have 8, 8, and 12. Good. Next we have 20 times 27. So we have 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 2 is 14. Our next row, we have 2 times 0 is 0. And 2 times 2 is 4. Add that up. We have 0, 4, and 5. And the answer is 540. Good. Next we have 76 times 45. We have 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 3, 38. 5 times, so we have 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28 plus 2 is 30. Add that up, and we have 0 plus 12, 4, and 3. And the answer is correct. Good. Now let's speed this up a little bit. We'll use the calculator. 65 times 24 equals, correct. And I wanted to get to these, okay? Maybe this is a little confusing, but it should be very easy. When we're multiplying, we put 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. So we have something like 10 times 12, okay? 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. Now we go to the tens place. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. Add them up. We have 120. Good. Now let's practice one more time. Ready? Put 1 on top, put 1 on the bottom. 32 times 8. Okay? 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. And let's do this in the calculator to speed it up. 26 times 41 equals 1066. Now to the harder ones. Let's make this a little smaller. Okay. We have 45, so let's circle everything that's important. 45, 27, and all together. That means we are doing multiplication. So let's bring our 45, our 27, and our all together. Okay? And let's multiply. I'll change the color. 7 times 5 is 35. Oops. See, I made a silly mistake. That's why we can check our answers with the calculator. 7 times 5 is 5. Put our 3 up here. 7 times 4, 28 plus 3 is 31. Plus, bring our 0 because we're in the tens place. Okay. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. Let's add that up. 5, 1, 12. The answer is 1215. Good. All right, and last one. This one's interesting. Before we are talking about students and pencils. And how many pencils are we giving out altogether? Now, let's talk about how many students are in Patanadek. If you never thought about it, now you can. And this is how. Okay. So we have 52 students in grade 3. There's 6 grades. Okay, there's grade 1. Oops. Grade 1, 2, grade 6. Okay. So if we take 52 and 6, and we have all together here, and multiply it, how many students do we have in grade 1 to 6? 6 times 2 is 12, and 6 times 5 is 30, so we have 312 students. Okay, good. So that's reviewing our homework. We went over our announcements. Now let's finish up our homework. Well, our classwork. All right, guys, you should pause now, and then we will review. Okay? All right, let's check our answers. What is the answer, and how can we do it quickly? Well, maybe we don't need to do the whole problem. Maybe we can do it very fast. Let's see. What's 9 times 8? 9 times 8 is 20. Oh, no. 9 times 8 is 72, right? So the last number should be a 2. Which one has 2 at the end? This is the only number with 2, so it has to be the right answer. So we didn't have to do the whole problem to find the answer. Let's see if we can do it again. Ready? Now let's try that again. We have 2 times 6. We know 2 times 6 is 12. So the answer has to end with a 2. But now we have 2 answers that end with 2. So let's take our 1 and we'll put it over this 6. Okay, we'll do 2 times 6 again, and we have 12. 12 plus 1 is 3. Okay, so now we have 3. But we also have 2 lines. So this one is a little harder. Let's write it out. Okay, 66 times 22. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Now let's do the tens. 2 times 6 is 12. So now let's add up 2 and 5. So do we have a 52 here somewhere? Yes, we do. So the answer is 1,452. So we didn't have to do the whole thing. We can just do the beginning and find the first numbers. If we want to finish it, what do we need to do? We need to multiply 2 times 6 again. And we do 13, 12 plus 1 is 13. And then add it up, and we have 1452. Now let's see if we can use our shortcut again. Ooh, this time we have 1, 2, 3 2s. And we have 78 times 19. So we have 72. Oops. 72. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 7 is 70. So 63 plus 7 is 70. Now we go to the tens place. 1 times 8 is 8. All right, do we have anything that ends with 82? 82. No. No. Yes. So that must be the answer. Let's check. So 1 times 8, 1 times 7 is 7. Let's add that up. We have 14. 1482 is correct. Good. Now, let's start our word problems. We started some word problems in our homework, and now let's go over what the book says. So, last year, we learned the word all together. When we see all together, it means multiplication, right? This time, we don't have all together. Now we have total. So total is the same as all together. Total. Total. Okay, what is the total? So let's check out this problem. What do we circle? Well, circle, total, 3, and what? 123. And let's try it. So just like we did before, we're going to multiply 3 total. Well, the total is going to be the equal now, and each book costs 123. That means we can do it 2 ways. We can do 123 plus 123 plus 123. Or we can do 123 times 2. Okay? So just like we did before, we put one number on top and the other number on bottom, and we put the multiplication here. And now we have 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 1 is 3. So how much did all of the books cost? One book is 123. 3 books is 369 baht. Okay? So the sentence says, Farida paid 369 baht for the books in total. Okay. Now for homework, you will have your first quizzes and you will practice some easy word problems and you're going to practice a bit more of multiplication problems. Okay. Good job, guys. I will see you next class.